this is Sheetal Khatri and welcome back to my channel again. And yes, today I have decided to take this sensitive topic to discuss. And first of all, I just want to tell you people that I'm no expert, but these are some few ways which I want to share with you people the way I cope up with my anxiety. And I know, especially during this pandemic period, whatever is going around in the world, anxiety and mental health is really important to take care of, and especially when mental health is taken as taboo. I just want to tell you people, mental health is as important as your physical health. There is nothing to take a toll on it, or it shouldn't be considered bad, because your mental health is equally important as your physical health. So I've listed down few points that really helped me out to cope up with my anxiety, and that's why I request you to stick till the end. And without wasting any further time, let's jump into the point number one. So point number one is starting small. By starting small, I mean that the moment you wake up, decide it that you are just going to do few small things, like making the bed, making tea for yourself. Even if it is the smallest task that you feel difficult to do it, just as you wake up, give yourself a promise that today you are going to accomplish it. No matter what small task it is, just take a small step. This really helped me out. There was a time where I had no energy or no interest in doing even a slightest small thing. So when the anxiety hit me top notch, I always promised myself the moment I woke up that today I will make my bed, today I will do this, today I will do that, today I will water my plants. Whatever helps you out, do it. Even the smallest task is a small step to cope up with your anxiety. This helped me out, so I hope this small step even helps you out as well. Okay, so now let's jump into point number two. Point number two is start doing things that actually make you happy. This is really important. In day-to-day responsibilities, you always tend to forget that there are few things or few hobbies that you really wanted to work on, or really wanted to practice, but you didn't have enough time. So especially in this pandemic period, when you have enough time, why don't you give your time to the things that actually matter to you and that actually makes you happy? This really helped me to cope up with my anxiety. And you, no matter what thing that is, whatever hobby you have, like singing, dancing, reading books, do things that actually make your heart happy. This is really important. Okay, so now let's jump into point number three. So point number three is look after your thought patterns. And by thought patterns, I mean that what are the things that, what constant thoughts that you get in your mind, what are the thoughts that really affect you, that increases your anxiety. There is certain pattern which follows in your mind constantly, which affects you on heavy note, which is the main cause that is, making things uncontrollable, making your mind hard to control it. You somewhere or the other, deep in your mind, know that this is the thought that is really giving you anxiety. So it's really important to focus on that and make sure that you notice that pattern that constantly comes in your mind, which you feel that is really not helping you out in any way. So yes, make sure that you understand your thought pattern. Okay, so now let's jump into point number four. So point number four is write down your thoughts. Write down your thoughts means writing diary, journaling. Write down every thought that makes you anxious. Just pen it down. Even research has said that journaling really helps you to reduce anxiety and stress, and this really worked for me. I've been journaling for past one and a half year now, and trust me, it's doing magic. Whenever you feel that you're getting overwhelmed, your thoughts are just too much, just write it down. This entire web of thoughts, journaling really helps you to solve it, to ease your mind, to reduce your panic attack. This is really helpful. Previously, when I used to get anxiety on day-to-day basis, after I started journaling, I have noticed that just pouring out my thoughts on the paper has really helped me to cope up with it. And now there are times where my anxiety attack period has been really reduced to like 70% now. So I really encourage you to pen down, start journaling, which will be really beneficial for you. Okay, so now let's jump into point number 5. Point number 5 is taking long walks. Taking long walks has been proved really beneficial, and this is something I enjoy the most. I just put on the music and I just walk for like 1 hour, and this is not something you should do daily. If you enjoy it, definitely you can, but especially during this pandemic period, it's hard to just go out and walk around. So maybe just walk in your terrace, walk in your backyard or anything, and even if it's for like 20 minutes, just do it. Walking really helps you to reduce the stress, to reduce the anxiety, and it really helped me out. There was a time, especially pre-pandemic, that I used to walk daily 1 hour for like 4 to 5 kilometers, and slow. It's not necessary that you just run, just take a simple walk, simply be in music and enjoy the nature and everything. That really helps you to ease your mind, ease your heart, and it really helps you to cope up with anxiety. Okay, so now let's jump into point number 6. Point number 6 is meditate. Okay, this is something that is 100% proven that really helps you to control your thoughts. This is like the best medicine to control your anxiety, and I, even if it's for like 5 minutes, do it. For me in the starting, it was so hard to meditate because I am someone who is like on toes, and to me, like sitting quietly and meditating, this was the toughest task. But trust me, when I started doing it, I saw miracles, and my brain was completely at ease. Even my anxiety attack was been reduced. And whenever you feel like you are just everything is getting out of control, just meditate. Just take deep breath out. This really helps. There are few times when you can't tell everything to everyone, so this is something that when at that moment you don't find it to do anything, even if to journal, just sit quietly and meditate. That will really just ease your mind, and it will be really beneficial. I'm using really too much because it's really so yeah. Now let's jump into the point number 7. Point number 7 is most important topic, and that is identifying your triggers. And by triggers, it means whether it's person, environment, people, friends, family, job, anything that is making you unhappy, that is messing your head, messing your heart, messing your vibes, things, people, anything that is not good for you. Definitely you have to understand that this is something that is causing you anxiety. This is something you need to control over. This is something you need to get rid of. This is really important. Even if no matter how hard it is, nothing is important above your mental health. If something is really triggering you, and that also knowingly, you definitely know that this person or this thing doesn't have any place in your life. It is tough decision, but you stand up for yourself and really need to get rid of it. Cut those connections, cut those negative people, the toxic people, which is really going to be beneficial for you. This is something which I have done, and it has proved me very beneficial. And trust me, I have no regrets to get rid of those people or those things or those environment that was causing me anxiety. And trust me, it will be hard for some time, but for on the long run it is going to be really beneficial. Okay, so now let's jump into point number 8. Point number 8 is getting a routine. Okay, I'm someone who is like free spirit, who doesn't believe in routine. It's like lethal to me. But after my anxiety got severe, I really stick to a routine, that there was certain time period where you have to wake up, you need certain tasks, this time you have to sleep, this time you have to eat. This is something that's called discipline. You really need to bring discipline in your life, that is really going to help you cope up with your anxiety. I was someone who was not at all punctual, and doing certain things on time really helped me out to cope up with my anxiety. Discipline is something naturally helps you to just reduce your stress and panic attacks and everything. You really need to just have that healthy lifestyle. You really need to have that healthy routine that really helps your brain, your heart, your body, your everything. It is really beneficial to you in every way, especially during this anxiety period, and especially it's tough to stick to this routine in this pandemic period, but you really need to, and it helped me out. So it's definitely, I think, will be helpful to you people as well. If you're not regular and if you're not in discipline, just be. Okay, so now let's jump into point number 9. So point number 9 is eating that certain food that really helps you naturally to reduce your stress and anxiety. It is scientifically proven that there are few foods that you consume on regular basis really helps you to reduce anxiety. That includes green tea, dark chocolate, banana, everything. And you really need to start eating it regularly. And this is something without medication. If it's helping you out to reduce your anxiety, you should definitely take it. Okay, so now let's jump to point number 10. Point number 10 is motivating yourself. Okay, if you feel that if someone else is going to motivate you, if you rely on outer source to motivate yourself, this is a big no. Start motivating yourself. If that comes from within, it is unbreakable. No one can take it away from you. It is really important to motivate yourself. For that, it's like in the world of internet, it is really easy to stress yourself, and it's really easy to motivate yourself. So I just request you to shift your attention towards positive things. Start listening positive and motivating podcasts, movies, films, songs. There are like various speakers and podcasts who specially talk on mental health, which is really important. They just poured their heart out, how they coped up with their anxiety, their stress time, and this is really going to help you out. So I just request you to, at least nothing else, at least just listen to one podcast that really helps you to motivate yourself and be better version of yourself. Okay, so now let's jump into point number 11. So point number 11 is taking therapy. Okay, I totally understand this therapy word is itself a big taboo, but especially this is for people who think that therapy is like having mental illness is a taboo and you should not take therapy. Guys, grow up. As you take medicine for your outer wounds, therapy is like medicine for your inner wounds. As simple as that. Just don't make big deal out of it. Taking therapy is really necessary. It helps you out in many ways. Like all people there are few people who just don't need medication or any kind of therapy. They just deal with anxiety in their own way. I was someone who just didn't take the therapy, but I just request that if your anxiety is out of control and it's not helping you out, or if it's not just taking control over and nothing is working, therapy is really an option for you. Really take it. Don't worry about what people will think, what everyone is thinking. Just take care of yourself. Just think of what works best for you. Okay, so now let's jump into the point, last but not the least, very important, point number 12. Yes, point number 12, love yourself. this is most important thing, not the least but most important. When you hurt yourself, for if you have done something or you have any regrets or any kind of grudge, just let it go. This is something which is, if it's giving you anxiety, no need to have it. Just be light-hearted, forget what you have done, forget what others have done, forgive and forget formula. This is something which really is going to help you out. Love yourself no matter what situation is. It doesn't matter. It is really important that you have right to do mistakes. Other people have right to do mistakes. You just not hold grudge. You should let go of the things. You should let go of the past. Love yourself in each and every moment, which is really going to help you cope up with your anxiety. Okay, yes, I hope this entire this sequence, this entire chit chat, long conversation turns out really helpful to people. If I missed out any points, please do mention in the comment sections below. Okay, and if you really like this video, you know what to do. Please do hit like, share and subscribe. Until then, bye bye.